Hey everybody, it's Lori Shaw with Renaissance Periodization, and I want to show you some of the recipes that I've been using with my Trifecta foods lately. So, of course, you know, with the Trifecta foods, you can puncture the package a couple times and stick it in the microwave and do the 3 to 5 minutes or whatever it says, and you can eat it just like that. And we do that a lot just because of time constraints. But if you want to take the Trifecta foods and kind of add some flavor and some different dimension to them, that's kind of what I wanted to give you today. So this is a strawberry balsamic glaze, and you can put this, I brush it on chicken breasts before I put them in the oven to reheat the chicken breast from Trifecta. So I'm going to start out with 3/4 of a cup of an all-fruit strawberry spread. So this doesn't have any sugar in it. It's the all-fruit kind that you can find in the jam and jelly aisle. There's a bunch of different flavors actually, so you can play around with those. But this is strawberry. It's 3/4 of a cup, and I'm going to put it in the microwave for just 20 to 30 seconds, and that's all it takes to melt it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so it's been in for 20 seconds. And it's not all the way melted, but it's getting there. So usually you just do a little bit of stirring with it. That's all it'll take. You can see chunks in it right now, and you just don't want that. You want to keep stirring, and the heat will continue to move through the jam, and it'll continue to melt it. There are going to be some chunks of strawberries though, so that's always good. But chunks of jam is what you don't want. So just stir it until it melts pretty good. And I think all I have left are chunks of strawberries. So we're good there. And then I'm going to add the rest of the glaze ingredients. So the next thing I'm going to add is a 1/4 cup of dark cherry balsamic vinegar. And so this is something that I found at my grocery store, the Harris Teeter that I shop at here in Charlotte. And I didn't even know they had it. I've used white balsamic vinegar and I've used regular balsamic vinegar. Turns out there's a ton of different flavored vinegars. So this is a dark cherry balsamic vinegar, and it's just like really rich and syrupy, and I can't wait to use it in all kinds of other recipes because it adds such a richness to the food. So we're going to stir that in, a 1/4 cup of that. Then I'm going to go with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. We'll add that in. And then I'm going to do some dry seasonings. I'm just going to get the rest of that balsamic in there. And then we're going to do some dry seasoning. So this is a 1/2 teaspoon of just dried Italian seasoning, a 1/2 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder. If you have my cookbook, you know I love that stuff. It's like spicy and cinnamony, so I use it in all kinds of things. So there's a 1/2 teaspoon of that in here. There's a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and then an 1/8 teaspoon of just fine ground pepper. And we're going to dump all that in and just stir it up. I just use a fork to stir it. And that's it. And then you can make this up. It tastes phenomenal. It's just gonna add like a completely different flavor to those chicken breasts that you reheat. It's like kind of like a barbecue sauce. It's kind of sweet, it's kind of spicy. It's just really, really flavorful. And so you can just make this up ahead of time. I actually will make up, you know, this is probably around, I think 18 tablespoons in here. And you can probably use like 1 tablespoon per chicken breast or something like that. So I just would cover this, or I'd put it in a Tupperware container and stick it in the fridge, and it'll get really nice and thick and glazy. And you can leave that in there probably for a couple weeks, I would think, and just go ahead and make up a batch and then use it as you reheat your chicken breast, either in the microwave, or I like to reheat it in the oven when I'm using the glaze to really give that a chance to go. And that's it. And so it's just a different idea to do with your Trifecta chicken breasts. I hope you like it.